welcome to GSKP Georgia Sunflower.
To be
Kansas City.
educated,
It's
but
June
I'm so
11th,
frustrated.
Tuesday.
To my loneliness,
We're going to talk about this new bad boy, y'all. Just let our song play, and then we'll get to it.
Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the Hall of Shame. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed when we play our roles and ignore the problems. I like to be away in my patience. Stay up, I feel so outdated. How can we look the other way? Sun is out, but the sky is gray. What would happen if I took a chance? It's always hard at first glance. I don't wanna, but I know I gotta do it. The truth is hard to swallow. I think I'll chew it. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed when we play our roles and ignore the problems. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed when we play our roles and ignore the problems. I wish I knew.
Hi, and welcome back to GSKP Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Speech, June 11 on a Tuesday. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Today, we're going to be reviewing finally a movie. Oh, my goodness. After all this time. um, we're going to review the new Bad Boys, Ride or Die. If I had to give this a rating out of 5 stars, I'd give it uh probably, I don't know, 3.5 maybe. The reason why I say that is because this is strictly my opinion. To me, it seemed as if the chemistry was not the same. It seemed to me as if Will Smith was struggling with his part. Seemed like he was trying to force it. Like, it just wasn't there like it normally is. In the prequels to this, the chemistry was great. But again, it seemed to me as if Will Smith was trying to force his part. Um, with everything that's gone on with him, the slap, Jada, just all the drama. I don't think that Will was in it like he was before. And that's understandable. Other than that, um, I think they tried to force too much humor. I know that Bad Boys is somewhat of a comedy, but I think it was too much, and a lot of it was real corny. Maybe it's because, like I said, I felt as if Will Smith was forcing himself to be Marcus and to really be present in the movie, in the filming. Okay, let's get to it. Of course, Bad Boys starts out like it always does. Bad Boys. Marcus and Mike, Martin and Will are in high speed. You know how they do down the road, and Marcus and Mike is cussing and fussing at each other. And of course, Marcus is telling Mike to slow down. And uh, they're fussing back and forth. You know, Mike, you're not going to make me late. Marcus, you don't have respect for my time constraints. This, that, and the other, and they whipping and donutting and skiing and all this during the open. And when they finally reach their destination, Mike Lowry gets married. Oh my goodness. They are rushing to Mike Lowry's wedding. And Mike Lowry is marrying Marcus Martin's sister. Yay, I was so glad to see that he married a beautiful black woman. I ain't got no problem with nobody else, but I'm sorry, they pushed the thing about the black man and the white woman, and that, whether you like it or not, it's out there, hey. But I was glad to see that he married a beautiful black woman, and she looked like a black woman. She didn't look like something else, and somebody else, she looked like a black girl. Yay, and it was cute. and Marcus, of course, nutted up because the person that Mike married was his sister. And he was showing out, man, you could have told me. Why did you tell me this, that, and the other? Just fussing. So, Mike and Martin's sister, I forget what her character's name was in the movie, they got married. Okay. And they're at the reception, they're having a good time and everything. And suddenly it gets dark. Marcus passes out during the reception. He has had a heart attack. While he's going through his heart attack, he has a vision. And he goes to heaven, supposedly. And he sees his commanding officer who had gotten killed in previous Bad Boys. And Marcus Martin gets a message, special message. And the message is that, the commanding officer tells him it's not his time. He can go on back to the house. No, you're okay. It's not your time. So, of course, he was rushed to the hospital and all this good stuff. And when he wakes up, he tells Mike, it was not my time. Well, actually, he gets up out of the bed, he takes his IVs and everything out, and he feels great, he feels wonderful, and he climbs up on the roof of the hospital. He's standing on the edge of the building. And he's telling Mike, he feels great. And of course, Mike is trying to talk him down, and of course, Mike thinks he's crazy. And he's telling Mike that you got to do some different things, Mike. He says, you got to get your soul right, so to speak. And of course, Mike is talking trash and this, that, and the other. And Marcus finally does come off the edge and he tells Mike, really, for real, you're going to have to make some difficult choices. You need to get your mind right. Okay. So they leave the hospital or whatever, and they go home, and Martin's doctor has told him that he can't have no candy, none of the good stuff. All of the good stuff. The cake, the sweets, the meats, the good stuff. And when he now let me go back a little bit. When he gets home, of course, he's going through the cabinets, he's looking for this and he's looking for that. Now, you remember that in the last Bad Boys, his daughter got married to a young man and he was in the Marines. So, of course, Martin accused his son-in-law of eating his snacks. And it wasn't him. The wife had cleaned out the cabinets and had to tell Marcus, no, we're going to go vegan. And of course, Marcus start cussing and fussing. So they do that. Next scene or so, of course, they finally they got an assignment. And the assignment is that they have found, or they think that the commanding officer that was killed previously, they think that he was working with the cartel. So they cut to a scene of a man in a hotel room with a woman and 5 or 6 bad guys. These bad guys are trying to extort this man for money, because he has been, whoever this guy is, has been working with the cartel. And he is a police officer, high-ranking officer. So, of course, the bad guys kill everybody in the room. The police find out, of course, so they have this big meeting at the headquarters, and Martin and Marcus are not included in this meeting, but they find out. They go in and crash the meeting, and it is about their commanding officer. And that, they have found that there's a mole, so to speak. There's somebody's dirty in the precinct, and we have to find out who it is. And again, they're thinking it's the commanding officer that had been killed, and that he still had cohorts in the precinct. Of course, Marcus and Mike, he didn't do that, and he'd never do this, and he'd never do that. So during the course of the meeting, the daughter of the man that was killed comes in. She blames Marcus and Mike for her father's death. And eventually, Martin and Marcus and Mike, become a part of the investigation. Now, how they become a part of the investigation is, you remember that Mike, Will Smith, had a son with the cartel's daughter. So the son plays an intricate part of the investigation. So Mike Lowry, which is Will Smith, has to go to his son to find out information because his son was put in prison, even though his mother was killed. They put the son in prison, so, whatever. So they go to the son and ask questions. Was our captain part of this? No. Who was this person? That blah blah blah. So Mike and Marcus are riding down the road and they receive a text. In the text is a video that their commanding officer, before he died, made. And the video says something to the effect, if you see this now, if you're getting this now, I'm obviously dead. And, this is what happened. Here goes some secrets. Go here, get this, da da da. So they go to this club with this guy. He was in one of the previous movies too. He's actually a basketball player. I can't think of what his name is. But he was given this code to give to Mike and Marcus. So they are, of course, questioning this guy, and he's telling them, I'm changing my life around and this, that, and the other. I'm into art and this, that, and the other. So during the course of questioning, it was stupid. Mike is telling the guy, tell me what he says, and the guy is telling him, you have to say what needs to be said for me to tell you what I have to tell you, and just stupid. So without telling them, he gives them a hint, so to speak, because he lets them know, y'all stupid and you'll never figure it out. So he was telling them that it's in the art. And at the time, he has this big video art thing going because it's like a museum club thing, and it has all this video art and just weird stuff and whatever. So while they're going through this, Marcus gets upset and pulls his gun out and said, man, stop playing games. I ain't got time for this. Come on and tell me what it is, or I'm going to blow your brains out your head. Get off. So, Marcus get from over here. Oh my! Sorry about the technical difficulties. My puppy done unplugged everything. Get from over here, Kodak. You done turned everything off. Oh Lord! You guys, excuse me. I'm sorry. That's puppy power for you. So, while this is going on, Marcus, is cussing and fussing, and the man is shot. They're asking, did you shoot? No, I didn't shoot. Blah, blah, blah. But anyway, of course, here's the big gun scene, and they shooting and killing and tearing up and whatever. So, just a moment, y'all. Excuse me.